Fear is perhaps the most universal language in the animal kingdom. It doesn't matter if you are a macaque living on a mountain in Japan or a domestic rescue pet living in a warm, comfortable house. When an animal is faced with the unknown or confronted by a much larger predator, their biological response is exactly the same. The brain instantly releases a massive flood of adrenaline and cortisol. The heart races, the muscles tense up, the body freezes, and the primitive instinct to run away takes absolute control. Fear is a necessary survival mechanism. It is designed to keep an animal alive in a dangerous world. But living in a constant, unbroken state of fear is incredibly damaging. If you have been following the journey of Punch, you know that for the first year of his life, fear was the only language he was allowed to speak. As a motherless orphan, every single day was a lesson in panic. We watched him cower in the corners. We watched his tiny body flinch and tense up whenever an older monkey walked by. He was a fragile creature surviving purely on the exhausting adrenaline of his own anxiety. He didn't have the luxury of being confident. But I want you to look at the footage of Punch today. Look at this incredibly handsome, intelligent juvenile navigating his world. Something monumental has changed inside of him. The constant vibrating panic is gone. In its place, we are witnessing the birth of something beautiful. We are watching an animal discover his own courage. But how exactly does a traumatized orphan who was never protected by a mother learn how to be brave? Today, we are going to dive into the fascinating psychology of animal bravery. We are going to look at how Punch taught himself to conquer his fears and why his emotional journey is so incredibly relatable to the animals we love in our own homes. In nature, bravery is not something you are born with. It is something you build one tiny step at a time. For a normal baby macaque, bravery is built by using the mother as a safety net. The baby will take 2 bold steps away from the mother to explore a new rock. If it gets scared by a sudden noise, it immediately runs back to her arms. The next day, it takes 3 steps, then 4. The mother's physical presence is what gives the baby the confidence to explore the unknown. Because the baby knows it always has a safe place to retreat to. Punch didn't have a safety net. He couldn't take 2 steps and run back to a mother. So he had to invent his own method of building courage. Biologists call this calculated risk-taking. Watch how Punch explores the mountain today. When he approaches a new area of the enclosure or when he decides to walk closer to a group of older monkeys, he doesn't just blindly rush in. He is not reckless. He stops. He assesses the environment. He uses his incredible intellect to measure the risk. A few months ago, if an older monkey even looked in his direction, Punch's trauma response would kick in. He would immediately run away and hide. But today he holds his ground. He might avert his eyes to show respect, or lower his posture to avoid a conflict, but he refuses to run. He is actively teaching his own nervous system that he does not have to be a victim to his environment. every single time he successfully holds his ground without getting attacked, his brain rewires itself. He realizes, I survived this moment. The world did not end. I am stronger than my fear. He is actively replacing his anxiety with self-confidence. He is proving that courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear, calculating the risk, and choosing to step forward anyway. Watching Punch slowly build this incredible confidence reminds me of a universal truth about all animals. Here on Catto Luna, we love to explore the deep emotional lives of the animals we share our world with. And this process of learning to be brave is something I have witnessed firsthand, right in my own home. When I look at my own cat, Luna, I see the exact same psychological mechanics at work. I remember the very first time I introduced Luna to a new environment. Like taking an indoor cat outside into the backyard in a safe, controlled way. At first, there is pure sensory overload. The world is too big, the smells are too intense, and the sounds of the wind are completely unknown. Every rustling leaf is a potential threat. The animal freezes, their pupils dilate, and their instinct is to run back to the safety of the indoors. But if you give them time, you see the shift. You see the natural curiosity slowly override the fear. They take one cautious step forward. They sniff the air. They realize the grass beneath their paws isn't going to hurt them. And suddenly, the terrified, frozen animal transforms into a confident, curious explorer. Whether it is a rescue cat learning to trust a new home, an indoor pet stepping onto the grass for the first time, or a young snow monkey learning to stand his ground on a mountain in Japan, the emotional journey is identical. Animals possess a profound elasticity of the mind. They do not want to live in a constant state of fear. If you give an animal enough time, and if they can find just a sliver of safety in their environment, they will almost always choose courage. Punch is showing us the purest form of that resilience. He didn't let his traumatic childhood define his entire life. He chose to be an explorer. When we look at Punch today, we aren't just looking at a monkey who survived a hard year. We are looking at a masterclass in bravery. He taught himself how to navigate the hardest society in the animal kingdom. He taught himself how to turn enemies into allies. And he taught himself how to walk across that mountain with his head held high. I want to hear from you today. Have you ever watched an animal, maybe your own pet, or a rescue animal you know, learn how to be brave? What did it feel like to watch them slowly overcome their fears and build their confidence? Please share your beautiful stories in the comments below. I absolutely love seeing the connections we make between Punch and the animals in our own lives. I also want to take a quick moment to thank everyone who supports this channel behind the scenes. Making these deep, documentary-style videos takes a lot of time, and it is made possible by our amazing channel members. If you enjoy this content and want to help support the channel so I can keep making more of these videos, you can join our community by clicking the Join button below. As a member, you get access to exclusive updates, polls, and loyalty badges. But whether you are a member or just a daily viewer, I am so grateful you are here. If this story of bravery inspired you today, please leave a like on the video. And make sure to subscribe to Catto Luna as we continue exploring the amazing emotional journeys of the animal kingdom together. Thank you for your beautiful, empathetic hearts. Stay brave, Punch. We will see you in the next video.